In today's video, we're talking about writing the scope of work for our flip. Now, this is a pretty straightforward, kind of a newer, nicer property, but man, does it have a god-awful paint job that we're definitely redoing, new carpet, enclosing a bedroom, and more. We're gonna walk you through at the end of this video, room by room, what we're doing, line by line, as we write out our scope of work. A lot of people make the mistake of walking through with a contractor, kind of explaining the vision, and then expecting them to get really granular with things like swapping out doorknobs or light fixtures. And it's not always that detailed. So what you wanna do is go room by room, line by line, and write out what you're wanting done. The other perk with this, when you're comparing bids, you may notice one guy charges $1,000 more for demo, and that's kind of his way of telling you, hey, he doesn't like to do demo. Now, as I mentioned, you're gonna get the lessons in real time when they still kind of hurt versus kind of like an after the fact recap of like, oh, here's some things we could have done better. On this particular property, it took us 21 days from the time we purchased it to construction starting. Normally, you want to get your scope of work put together and ideally even go through your bids and select your contractor prior to close. That way, the day you purchase the home, construction can start. Just in interest to our private money lender, we burned over $750 because of that 3-week mistake. Hopefully you enjoy kind of these little lessons and tips and tricks. I'll continue to share them as they come up. So without further ado, we're gonna hop in here with Noah, and he's gonna walk you through room by room, inside, outside, what our scope looks like for this flip.
Hey guys, it's Noah Gilliam, Ryan Dossey's business partner here in Indianapolis. Just hopped in the truck, getting ready to head over to our latest flip to run a scope of work. So we're going to go through that with you line itemed, but let's go take a look. Out here for the landscape, so we're gonna remove all of this ring, make it a normal size mulch bed, cover up all the roots. That's gonna make this look a ton better. And directly beside it, we're also gonna replace this light. We're especially gonna get rid of this part. It's gonna look a lot better with a modern light fixture on it. Over here, we're gonna do the same thing with the mulch bed. We're gonna put a circular mulch bed around the tree, around the utilities over here. It's going to be a raised darker color with a natural barrier. As we go up onto the front porch, we're going to take care of a lot of this rot that we can see down in here. It's pretty much ate away the bottom of every single one of these pillars, so we're going to take care of that. Put new wood on it, paint it. All of these pillars will then have a nice fresh white look to them. We're also going to take care of that up here. We're going to reseal this, we're going to paint it, give it a nice clean white look. We're also going to remove this rock bed. We're going to put a nice natural mulch down. We're going to do the same things over here. We're going to remove these bushes, make it a nice space. We've already got somewhat of a transition here, so we're going to mulch out, dig it up. It's going to match the trees out front as well, so that'll just clean up the front of the house. Here along the outside of the house, we're actually going to remove these pine trees, get it away from the chimney, and take all these mulch beds out and relay mulch. And we're going to do that all the way along this side and into the back, so that way we can make this a nicer looking area as opposed to a bunch of weeds and grass and that sort. We're also going to do the same thing back here, trim up all these bushes, and when we trim those up, we're going to add mulching back here, and we may also add a little bit bigger of a concrete patio in the back. As of right now, it's about a 36 by 36 inch little slab that you can just stand on when you come out the back door. So we want to bring that slab out. We might make it a 10 by 10 foot slab, so that way you can put a grill on it, really utilize your back stoop that you have. We're gonna power wash all the siding. As you can see, it's kind of grimy in some spots. It's got a lot of that mold and mildew buildup, so we're gonna power wash it, clean it up. Especially on this north side of the house is where it's really bad. As you can see, it is in the majority of the space on this side of the building. As we go into the garage, we're going to take care of this trim. We're also going to take down all this patchwork drywall. We're going to tear it all off, finish it, make it look nice, just like what's over here. Finish it out with a white space. Paint it white, prime it, make it look good. We're also going to drywall and insulate this part, as well as the part over by the electrical box. As we get into the living room, we're going to change all this wall color from this mustard to a lighter, very warm gray. We're going to keep all the trim white. We're going to keep the fireplace white. All of this trim will be white, as well as this. We're going to keep this tile, but as you can see down here, there's dry rot around the doors. So we're going to take care of that, reframe the door, and then keep it that nice white color so we get the gray and white look throughout this entire space. We're also going to change out every single faceplate and all of the switches. We have custom little things on all of these, so we're going to make those a nice clean white to match the baseboards that we have. In the kitchen, we're going to keep the countertops and cabinets the same. You can see they have the brushed nickel on the cabinets, but the doors have the gold look. So we're going to get rid of all the gold hardware on all the doors. So that's going to be all the door handles, the fitting in this door, and then as well as the hinges. All of those are going to be changed out to match that brush and nickel look. Here in the kitchen, we're not going to do a whole lot of work. Everything is in pretty good working order, pretty comparable to the neighborhood. The biggest thing we're going to do, we're going to take care of those water spots that you can see down there. This is where the fridge goes. So we're going to take this cabinet, raise it up about 3 or 4 inches. And with that, that will give it space for a normal size refrigerator. As of right now, it's just a few inches too short to make it more of a stubby refrigerator. As we see along this countertop right here, we're going to pull all this caulking out and redo it so we have a nice clean seal. It just got especially bad right behind the sink here. You can tell there's a lot of wear and tear just because of the heavy traffic for this part. So we'll redo this, make it look nice, make it flush with the rest of the countertop. We're going to do the same color scheme in the full bath upstairs. We're going to put that light gray vinyl down, make it really pop. We're going to replace all of the shower hardware in this one. Also replace the sink hardware, make it that nice brush nickel look so everything matches. We have some water damage behind the toilet here on this quarter round. So we're going to rip that out, put a new piece in when we put the flooring in. Clean that up, paint it white, look really nice and clean. In all of the rooms, we're also going to pull all the registers, clean them up, paint them white, so that way they help the floor pop. We're gonna replace all the face plates, all of the hardware. We're gonna put new shower racks in here for the towels. And then we're also going to replace this light. We're going to put up another four bulb fixture, but make it look a little nicer than what it is. This one has, as you can see, there's all kinds of rust on it just from the moisture in the bathroom. So we're going to replace that just to make it look a little nicer in here. In the laundry room, we're going to go with that gray color as well, make the walls look nice. And then we are also going to build out a little drywall access panel so we can get a hold of this plumbing if we need to, but that'll also look nice, finish out this space, get rid of the scuff marks on the wall, make it a nice laundry room for the new owners. On the stairs here, we're also gonna pull off all this paint. We're gonna re-mud this to make sure that it's a nice smooth seam. It's getting a little bubbly and chunky here, so we're gonna scrape that all down, make it look real nice and flush, especially with that gray color that we're gonna do everywhere. We're also gonna keep the wood top part of the stringer, paint those inside triangles white, just to help clean up the stairs. We are gonna keep the banister and the railing down there, and this railing up here. We are gonna keep those that wood color to pull the wood color in from the kitchen because it does match the cabinets. As we get into the upstairs, we're going to pull all of this carpet and relay it so we have a nice clean carpet in here. We're going to do that in all these bedrooms. All the bedrooms have carpet. There are some interesting seams here and color changes, but we will make this all one color. So we're going to rip this all out and relay it with new pad and new carpet. In this room, we're going to change it from the loft that it currently is. We're going to wall off this entire section right here and make this fourth bedroom. And in this fourth bedroom, in this corner over here, so directly to the right of when you walk in the door, we're going to add a closet. It's going to be about 76 inches long and about 29 inches deep. So we're going to add some sliding doors to it, make it a closet so we can utilize this space and make it a bedroom. Here in the master bedroom, we're going to do the same thing with the carpet. We're going to rip it out, rip out the carpet, rip out the pad, put new underlayment, put new carpet on here to create a nice fresh look. We're still going to go with the gray on the walls, and we're going to keep all the white doors. We're going to keep all the white trim. We are going to pull all the doors off, give them a fresh new coat of paint, just to make sure that they look nice and clean for the new owner. Here in the master bath, we're going to go with a gray vinyl. It's a lighter gray vinyl that will help match the walls, pull in the color of the trim. We're going to redo around the top edge of the shower. As you can see, it's a little grimy up there, so we're going to scrape all that, reseal it, make it look nice, replace the toilet, do the same thing to this vanity top, pull off all that old caulking, and then recaulk it with a nice clear silicone, make it look nice. We're also going to take this brush nickel fixture, and we're going to leave that one there, but then we're going to replace the one up here with a nice fixture as well. Another nice thing we're going to add, all of the bedrooms except the master do not have light fixtures. So we're actually going to add light fixtures into this bedroom, and add a couple more in the hallway. So we're going to get rid of these old dingy gold ones. We're going to replace both of those just to help light up the space, especially for showings at night. That'll help a lot. We're also going to take this light, replace it, make it something that's a little bigger, and will provide better lighting for this space.